Welcome back to the Middletown School District Read Aloud. And I'm Colleen Miska, and this book is All the Places to Love by Patricia MacLachlan. My cat Blues loves it too. And I'm sitting by one of the places that I love, with one of the animals that I love, sitting by my pool. So let's read All the Places to Love. He'll be back, don't worry. On the day I was born, my grandmother wrapped me in a blanket made from the wool of her sheep. She held me up in the open window so that what I heard first was the wind. But saw first were all the places to love. The valley, the river falling down over rocks, the hilltop where the blueberries grew. My grandfather was painting the barn, and when he saw me, he cried. He carved my name, Eli, on a rafter beside his name and grandmother's name and the names of my mama and papa. Mama carried me on her shoulders before I could walk. Through the meadows and hayfields, the cows watched us and the sheep scattered. The dogs ran ahead, looking back with sly smiles. When the grass was high, only their tails showed. When I was older, I plowed the fields. Where else is soil so sweet, he said. Once Papa and I lay down in the field, holding hands. And the birds surrounded us. Raucous black grackles, redwings, crows in the dirt that swaggered like pirates. When we left, Papa put a handful of dirt in his pocket. I did too. My grandmother loved the river best of all the places to love. The sound, like a whisper, she said, gathering in pools where trout flashed like jewels in the sunlight. Grandmother sailed little bark boats downriver to me with messages. I love you, Eli once said. We jumped from rock to rock across the river to where the woods began, where bunchberry grew under the pine needle path and trillium bloomed. Under the beech tree was a soft rounded bed where a deer had slept. The bed was warm when I touched it. When spring rains came and the meadow turned into marsh, cattails stood like guards and killdeers called. Ducks nested by marsh marigolds, and the old turtle, his shell all worn, and the old turtle, his shell all worn, no matter how slow, still surprised me. Sometimes we climbed to the place Mama loved best, with our blueberry buckets and a chair for my grandmother, to the blueberry barren where no trees grew, the sky an arm's length away, where marsh hawks skimmed over the land and bears came to eat fruit. and wild turkeys left footprints for us to find. Like messages. Where else, said my mama, can I see the sun rise one side and set on the other? My grandfather's barn is sweet-smelling and dark and cool. Leather harnesses hang like paintings against old wood, and hay dust floats like gold in the air. Grandfather once lived in the city, and once he lived by the sea. But the barn is the place he loves most. Where else, he says, can the soft sound of cows chewing make all the difference in the world? Today we wait, him sitting on a wooden slat chair, and me on the hay, until much later my grandmother holds up a small bundle in the open window, wrapped in a blanket made from the wool of her sheep, and my grandfather cries. Looks like they got a new baby. Together, we carved the name Sylvie in the rafter, beside the names of grandfather and grandmother, and my mama and papa, and me. My sister is born. Someday, I might live in the city. Someday, I might live by the sea. But soon I will carry Sylvie on my shoulders through the fields. I'll send her messages downriver in small boats, and I'll catch her at the top of the hill, trying to touch the sky. I'll show her my favorite place, the marsh, where ducklings follow their mother like tiny tumbles of food. Oh, how beautiful. I hope you enjoyed today's read aloud, All the Places to Love by Patricia MacLachlan. And I hope you guys have a place that you love. You know, it could be your own house. It could be the park nearby. It could be anywhere. Somewhere that makes you remember where you're from or have happy memories. Somewhere that just makes you feel happy. So just remember, in the smallest little places, we can find all the places to love. Have a great day and keep coming back. Check for that next read aloud. Can't wait to see you again. Bye.